Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be testing a bunch of new drugstore and high-end makeup. So it's new to me anyway. So I've got the NYX On the Rise mascara. I've got some e.l.f. lashes that they are now selling in stores. So these look really, really pretty. These are winged and bold. The e.l.f. Sponge, the camo sponge, the hydrating concealer, some Bobbi Brown corrector, and I have a whole bunch of these samples of the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. We're going to be trying this Voluminous Noir liner for winged liner, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette, and I've got IT Cosmetics Celebration foundation. I've got some YSL lipstick and a bunch of Ofra highlighters. So I think there's more to test than that, but yeah, I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Before I tried it, I had the medium shade. This time I got the light shade. So yeah, I'm just trying to put all these down without everything falling. So if you're excited for today's video and you like it while you're watching, you can hit the thumbs up button. That really helps me out a lot. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. For the brows, I have the IT Cosmetics new, it's not a new, it's new to me, brow pencil. So what I'm gonna do is what I've always done, and I'm going to prime the skin first using the Dermalogica Age Smart. It says SPF of 35, and it comes out in a skin tone like cream, and it smooths pores, it smooths the skin. I'm going to prime the eyebrows and the lips. See how it gives a little bit of coverage? I really like that in this product. I like to prime my face and then go in with the eyes because I like my primer to set down for a little bit. It actually needs to set down for a bit in order to work. So what I'm going to do is take the Reboot foundation. I want to see how this works. Revive your complexions. I think I'm this shade, Y315. So I want to take this, and what I learned from a YouTuber. Her name is Tara Lynn. She's really awesome. You should totally subscribe to her. And I learned to do the forehead first before doing anything, and then do the brows so that the brows don't get messed up. So I thought that was genius. Don't you guys think? Now that I look like I'm crying, I'm also testing out the matte and shine control from Neutrogena. I'm just going to put this in the T-zone. And I did put that foundation. This is really freaking watery. I do not know how I feel about that. It feels like straight water. It doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel mattifying at all. So it's matte primer and serum shine control with rice protein. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it, but I'll take and figure it out. All right, I'm going in with a brow gel first because this actually helps use less brow pencil, and it gives an overall outline, a guide of where to put my eye pencil. I just find that it's much easier, use less product, and it just sort of helps give me that guide. So for the IT Cosmetics, I'm actually going to use the Glossier Brow Flick as well, but I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm going to feather that brow gel through the brow. I'm way too finicky when it comes to brows. I feel like it takes forever to get them right. So now I'm just going to outline the bottom and make a little bit more of a tail here. So this is working really, really well. I mean, the tip is so tiny. You guys see that? Like, look how tiny, and look how, oh my gosh, it's slanted so thin. So you can really make those hair-like strokes on the bottom. And going in on the other side. I just have no arch, I feel. I have to make an arch. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with this brow pencil. I feel like it's working really well and it's really, really precise. Like, I would recommend this for sure. And I'm just going to lightly feather all of that product through the brow so I don't go overboard with the brows today. How many times can I say brow? Taking the Glossier Brow Flick. This is in brown, and I'm just going to make some hair-like strokes here. Just filling in anywhere I didn't get. A little tiny bit in the front. This product is so pigmented, and if you mess up and don't correct it fast enough, it sets down and it does not budge. So it is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to this. I have tried this before and I really like it, but just never on camera. Alright, that's enough fiddling with the brows. I'm going to clean them up, and then we are going to do the eyeshadow with the Charlotte Tilbury palette. So we're also going to be testing out this Radiant Setting Spray from Neutrogena as well. I just wanted to point that out. I'm taking the NARS Budge-Proof, Smudge-Proof eyeshadow primer for the Charlotte Tilbury palette. I feel like when I do testing all new products, the video is like forever, like light years long. But I can really trust this tinted, not tinted, I have the tinted one, I just don't know where it is. Taking some Hourglass powder, and I'm just going to set this down. You guys, how do you guys feel? Where is everybody located? How are you doing? We are completely locked down, like there is nothing open. I think only pharmacies and grocery stores at certain hours of the day, and you know, the elderly get first pick on a lot of things, so that's good. But I'm going to take this Bobbi Brown under eye corrector. It looks like this, and I have to say, because I have been trying this, that this is very, very unique. I have no dupe for this, not even my Becca under eye corrector. This is just its own entity. And I have the Pixie one, which doesn't even come close to this. This is just so smooth. It cancels so perfectly. I don't know how they do it with this. So I would say this product is 100% worth investing in for really, really stubborn, you know, blue inner corners. Right now we have a severe thunderstorm watch, so I'm just kind of looking out the window and seeing all the rain pouring in. I hope you guys are not able to hear it, but we will see. All right, going into the Pillow Talk eyeshadow palette. It is not, it's new, but it's new to me. So it's this one right here. Wow. It's got the 12 shadows in different sections. So I'm going to be using this section and a little bit from here and there, just pulling from where I need it. So first I'm going to go in with this Profusion brush, Pointed Crease E53, and I'm going to take Dusk and Date. And I'm just going to run that in the crease. These are really pigmented shadows. I would say if you have a lot of her Pillow Talk quads, you definitely don't need this. And if you want to get introduced to her formula and you don't have anything and you want to try a bunch of them, then get this, because it is limited edition. It's $75. Her other quads are like $60. So it just makes sense to buy this one at $74 or $75, something like that, and test out a whole bunch of different formulas from her line. And I feel like this performs really, really well. I don't particularly own the Pillow Talk palette. I just find that I feel like it would not fit my skin tone. I feel like it would just be like really, really light, whereas this has some depth and dimension. So I'm just really blending that out. And then I'm going to go into this shade Dream. this nice pinky one on the same brush. We're just doing a lot of building. So far I like these red tone shades. They're really, really, really pretty. And the rain is hammering down on us. All right, now I'm going in with the shade. It's in the date section right here. I'm going to put that on the outer corner and feather that inward. You guys, it is like a torrential downpour outside. It's shaking my whole entire house. Like, that's how scary it is. Have you guys been staying inside? What have you guys been up to with your time? I feel like there's nothing to do. I just watch a lot of YouTube. I have to play with my kids because they're here and home from school and they're always fighting, so it's hard for me to get a video filmed. But trying now, and the weather is not cooperating. I'm going to be taking this shade Dream right here, like these two shades. And I'm just going to put that right on the lid. How pretty. I wonder what it would perform like wet. I know. I don't want to have to wet it, but I just want to see its potential that it has if it's wet. But as you guys can see, the formula is really, really nice. And it's super pigmented. But yeah, I wonder what it would be like wet. Oh yeah, so as you guys can see, this eye is wet and this one is dry, so much more intense when it's wet. And then I'm going to take the very first shadow in the Day trio and put that right in the middle of the eye for a spotlight effect. Now the sun's coming in on me. Like, you guys, I apologize. I can only film certain parts of the day and just never works out. Okay, you guys, I recommend going in with your finger slightly dampened to get that halo eye or spotlight effect. And I'm just going to take that first shade again, right here, place that on the brow bone. These are really pigmented shades. With my lighting, you just can't tell. Place it on the inner corner as well. So this is like a pinky gold sort of shift to it. Really, really pretty. Okay, now to test out the wing, the liner that says it is good for a wing. I'm terrified. All right, so I've got one side done. I can say it's really easy. What do I have? Like, oh my gosh. It is eyeshadow. Of course. Video has to go like this. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It is really very slim. So I'm just holding it literally straight across, making the smallest line. It's really easy to use. It, like, not a lot comes off and it doesn't bleed, which is good. And I have sensitive eyes. So what I'm going to do is look right into the mirror, do the tiniest baby wing ever. And I have slightly hooded eyes. But never like look down because you're not going to be able to see what it looks like when you're looking straight on. It's going to be different. And I feel like this side is coming out to be an epic fail. I think I did okay. But yeah, this is really easy to use. I need to clean up my face. Wow. So it is the L'Oreal Voluminous Liner. Voluminous Noir Liner. I'm going to list in like everything down below in the description box just to make it easy for you guys. Alright, trying out the NYX On The Rise mascara. I have put one coat on this eye and I think it does a really, really good job. But we're going to go in with the other eye. I am no good at putting mascara on. I'm like the worst. I make the worst faces. Although I don't go I do just do this, and then oh, always poke my eye. It's got one of those pokey wands, so be careful of that. But it does build length and volume, which I quite like. Does anybody else have like a better lash eye than the other? Because I feel like this one isn't cooperating like the other one did. But you guys get the drift. I mean, it looks nice, and I've got mascara marks everywhere. That's great. I'll have to go in and fix those, but it's a drier formula mascara, which I really like. But yeah, it seems to give good length, good volume, good separation. I mean, as you can see on this eye, it looks really, really good. This eye, I don't know. This eye is just living its best life by itself. All right, so here are the lashes, the e.l.f. lashes in Winged and Bold. I really like the way they look. I love the way this eye look turned out so far. And yes, let's get into the application of the foundation. So when I was applying it to the top of my forehead, I couldn't really see that well. So I'm just going to take that on the skin. It feels really, really lightweight, and this is definitely my shade. I don't know how much to use. I've seen a lot of reviews on this, so I didn't know if you guys were curious on my thoughts, but I'm the shade Y315. So I'm going to take this It Cosmetics Love Is The foundation brush and go in and use a brush first, because I find that I like to do it this way. Use a brush and then go in with a sponge after. Well, I think this has pretty darn good coverage. Everybody else says it's like really sheer coverage, sheer to light, like, but with this brush, maybe it was how much I put on. I don't know, I'm getting really good coverage. Like, all my blemishes are just covered up over there. I like a lighter coverage foundation and a fuller coverage concealer. That's just how I roll. All right, so taking that, then I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk sponge and just go over that. Pick up any remaining foundation. This is a really nice finish. I wouldn't say it's a matte. I would say it's like a satin matte almost. I don't know. Let me collect my thoughts on it while I put on concealer. We're going in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Light Peach. I have tried this before, but it was in the complete wrong shade, and it was so dark because I thought I was the same shade in this concealer, in the regular camo concealer, the 16-hour camo concealer, but the shades are completely different. So they're way darker in the hydrating line. I'm gonna let that set down here, and I'm gonna blend this out. Ooh, the sponge is so soft. And this coverage is spreading really, really far. I should have known, because the regular 16-hour camo concealer, oh my gosh, what have I done? This is a disaster. If all else fails, this is really, really freaking light. Oh my gosh. And then the other one I got was so dark. I feel like I can't find the right middle ground here. But this has really, really good coverage. It seems to be pretty hydrating. Like, you can see that sheen on my under eye. So I've blended that out there and my nose. And I'm just going to take the brush and go over these areas that got like way too light and just balance those areas out again. So I really like the way this looks with the lighter coverage. I think it's like a medium coverage. It covered all those blemishes. So I definitely love the coverage on it. I like the finish. It is quite dewy. I will have to set this. But yeah, that e.l.f. concealer is so hard to get the right shade in. Now that I went over it with the brush, I think it looks a little bit better. I tried to save it. So you can see that luminosity on my under eye, definitely. Now I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow powder to set my under eyes. All right, so I've set one side. I'm gonna be taking this and going in on the other side. One side of it is, if you can see that, a little bit lighter than this side, and this side has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not glittery. And I'm going to set the rest of the face after with the Halo setting powder from e.l.f. I'm just setting down the T-zone with this because the e.l.f. is quite luminous. I don't really want that on my under eye. All right, I just took the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus, this under eye liner, and now I'm taking the NYX on the Rise and I'm going to place it on the lower lashes. I think it performs really, really well. I just get stage fright when I'm on camera doing lash mascara. I always mess it up, my god. All right, going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. What's really nice is this has a sifter, so you can close it and then open it. Really convenient for traveling. So I'm just going to take my BK Beauty brush in here and set the face for that all over glow. Now I heard this was a Jaclyn Hill dupe. I think in my other video I did say that it was, because it does leave the face with a luminous glow. Can you guys see that? I think it looks really, really nice. Oh, and for my lower lash line with the Charlotte Tilbury, I just took the exact same shades from the top to the bottom. So that leaves a nice little glow to the skin, I think. Now going in with the Lush bronzer and highlight. I was going to use this It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. Let's just do it. Why not? What the hell? We're already here. I want to see if this gives a glow. So this looks like this right here, and that looks dark, and this is shade light, and that looks really, really dark. But let's try it. Ooh, you can see that sheen way more than the e.l.f. I feel like the e.l.f. gave a little tiny glow, but this really has a glow to it. And it's adding some coverage, which I'm not mad at. So yeah, you guys can see that really, really left a nice glow. You can definitely see that on my forehead. I just want to go back to some old basics with the blush, bronzer, and highlight. So for bronzer, I actually want to use, I'll use this L'Oreal Bronze Please, and this is in 03. This is kind of old, but I'm going to use this Milani bronzing brush for that all over glow. This has a little bit of radiance in it, and I kind of like that in my bronzer. I don't like it to be completely matte. I like to have a little bit of glow. And I find that this bronzer does not emphasize texture, and neither does the It Cosmetics Celebration Illumination Powder Foundation. That's that crazy long name, but it does the job, and it is a good, reliable powder You'll probably have it for a very long time. And since this is the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, it is actually going on right now. So you can pick that up for really, really cheap, I think, right now. I picked it up. That's where I got it from. So I'm going in with the Blush Please from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Blushing in Saint Tropez. Oh, look at that. That is a really beautiful blush. Really nice and bright. It is a little bit shimmery, so if you don't like that, you're not going to like this blush. But I love a radiant glow. Like I'm into it. I'm feeling it. I love the glow, love the complexion. I think it's looking great. Love the eye look. What do you guys think? All right, so I'm going with the Ofra highlighter in Blissful. And you do not need a lot of this to glow to the gods. Holy cannoli. Trying a new lip today as well. Like, you guys, look at that glow. I really like this foundation as well. I love the coverage on it. I think it's really, really good. I don't see a problem with it. I really think it's super skin-like, you know, and I still see a little bit of imperfection through my skin, but not much. I mean, that's really, really impressive. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Lip Cheat Iconic Nude lip pencil and line the lips. Overline. Slightly. I feel like it takes me forever to do anything. Just filling in the outer corners of the lips. I love that color. So we're going to take the YSL Rouge Shine in number 9. Oh my goodness. That is luxurious and so gorgeous. Wow. So recapping everything, I love the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I do like the setting powder, although I didn't think it gave that much of a glow. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. I love these e.l.f. lashes. They're beautiful. I like the IT Cosmetics Brow Pencil and the Glossier Brow Flick. The Ofra highlighter is really good. And the OGs, you know, L'Oreal pulling through with the blush and the bronzer. I love this lip from YSL. I thought I had another one, like a lip topper. Yes, I do. I have the Glazing Gloss in shade 3. Look how bougie this looks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at the applicator. Yes. Now that is what this look needed. And I didn't even know it. Just right in the center. This look came out stunning, you guys. I'm obsessed with that palette. I think there's a lot you can do with it. I'm a medium skin tone, so I think it really would show up on lighter skin tones with a light hand, and then medium to deep, you can really do a lot with it. And I love the look I created. So I'm loving everything. That Reboot foundation, I think it's absolutely stunning. Like I said, the Ofra highlighter, Ofra never does highlighters wrong. They are known for their highlighter formula. So yeah, if you guys like this video, subscribe if you are not already. Become part of the family. I would love to have you and grow with me on YouTube. I am new and I would love for you to just join me and grow on YouTube and have a blast and just have fun. That's just what YouTube's all about, you know, letting go, having fun, releasing anxiety. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know down below what your favorite part of the video was, and will you be trying any of these products? Do they interest you? Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Thank you so much again for watching and taking time out of your day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.